Like and subscribe now, or you're gonna have bad luck this week.
They say you must take the bitter with the sweet, but what about the toxic? We all have a few candy horror stories, but some people's sweet trauma goes beyond eating a buttered popcorn-flavored Jelly Belly. We are talking about the likes that have excessive lead, or ones that enforce drug use on children. In this video, we'll show you 10 banned candies that just took it too far. Number 10. Trolli Roadkill Gummy Candy. The list starts off with a rather odd choice for gummy candy shapes. We gummy lovers already know gummies come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. But Trolli just went a little too far. These little gummy candies were shaped charmingly like pieces of roadkill. You know how when you're taking a long trip and there's fresh roadkill on the street and you think, that would make a great candy? Of course you don't, because then you would be a crazy person. Unfortunately, the folks at Trolli really thought this would be a great idea. Kraft Foods had hit the brakes on its roadkill-shaped candy when animal rights activists began protesting in 2005. The New Jersey Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals insisted the candies, which were shaped like flattened critters, complete with tire treads, encouraged children to hurt animals. I just want to talk to the person who came up with this idea. Anyway, moving on. Number 9. Candy cigarettes. Okay, this one was definitely sponsored by cigarette companies. Otherwise, there's no reason to make this candy. But back in the day, everyone used to smoke. It was a lifestyle. Doctors would even recommend certain brands of cigarettes as being healthier. In short, it was a very strange time. Because there wasn't as much of a stigma against cigarettes yet, candy manufacturers thought it would be fun to basically make candy sticks that looked like cigarettes. Even the packaging for Vicio candy smokes was nearly identical to that of the real Viceroy cigarettes, and Marlboro candy cigarettes existed to mimic Marlboro. In 2009, that mostly changed when the FDA banned flavored cigarettes from American shelves. This ban didn't apply to the candy itself, just to the actual cigarettes flavored like fruit or candy, but it encouraged many American stores, including Walmart, to take the candy off the shelves. A key factor in Walmart's policy change was a 2007 study published in Preventive Medicine showing a statistical link between candy cigarettes and real smoking. Even Walmart cares more about kids than cigarette companies, which says a lot. Number 8. Nestle Magic Balls. Nestle is not a company that's known for making poor decisions with their products, but when it comes to children's health, no one really cares. Popular throughout the early 1990s, the Nestle Magic Ball was a chocolate ball with a special surprise, a plastic toy embedded in the middle, usually of the Disney or Pokemon variety. These things were actually a pretty good seller for a while, delivering prizes that big entertainment companies like Disney often licensed. Unfortunately, these treats were illegal. Way back in 1938, President Franklin Roosevelt signed into law the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. In it, there's a provision that states a confectionery is illegal if it has a partially or completely embedded therein any non-nutritious object. As we all know, plastic is non-nutritious. So the Nestle Magic Ball had been illegal for some 5 decades before it even existed. In 1997, consumer groups, largely subsidized by Nestle's competitor, Mars, went after the chocolate company saying the plastic toys were choking hazards. The Magic Balls eventually had to be pulled from shelves until they could get some kind of FDA approval. The balls did eventually find their way back into stores, so the ban wasn't permanent. However, it probably cost the company a good amount of money, considering that the products would have to be recalled and then reformulated in order to meet FDA rules. Number 7. Hippie Sippy. Perhaps no candy is more notorious than Albert's Hippie Sippy, a 1968 confection modeled after a hypodermic needle. Parents did not take it too well to their children pretending to take drugs. A button was attached to a thin tip branded with sayings like, "I'll try anything," and "We sell happiness." The container itself represents a hypodermic needle syringe. The treat was meant to poke fun at drug use and implicit hippie culture. It's no wonder public officials immediately called for a ban on the Japanese import, and it was almost immediately removed from the market. Hippie Sippy still sells on eBay for more than $100 today. Number 6. Toxic Waste Nuclear Sludge Chew Bar. Toxic what? Now, this one was extremely dangerous. These are the types of names stand-up comedians like Jerry Seinfeld or Larry David come up with for their bits. It came as a little surprise to many when a candy called Toxic Waste Nuclear Sludge Chew Bars were recalled in 2011 for being, yes, toxic. Tests by the California Department of Public Health indicated that many of the bars had elevated levels of lead, approximately 0.24 parts per million, more than double the standard US FDA tolerance of 0.1 parts per million. Of course, lead poisoning can be fatal, especially in pregnant women and children under 6 years old, but the candy makers were just trying to make something similar to, yes, you guessed it right, toxic waste. As for the culprit, Indianapolis Candy Dynamics, which sold the candy, are still in business. Luckily, no one reported becoming sick from the candy. The recall was self-imposed as every store in the country took this off their shelves. Soon after, production stopped as well. Number 5. Lollipipe. In case of a wow, no one saw that coming, it turns out that some people have a real problem with stores selling candy pipes. The product in question is called Lollipipe, and it's a candy pipe that the New Haven Register says comes with a plastic toke tube, an airtight pouch, and a cigar band for no-stick handling. Still, that didn't stop quite a few people from pointing out that, yes, a person could absolutely smoke some less than legal things with these candies. Originally made for adults, these candies were first a big hit. When Connecticut police investigated a tip that a local gas station was selling the candy pipes, they stressed that they were only illegal if used in conjunction with illegal substances. The store owner did hand over a range of samples for use in teaching community parents about what these products were easily accessible to their children. That gas station took lollipops off the shelves voluntarily, but others went a step further. Lollipops were banned in the state of Washington in 2011 and also banned from 7-Eleven stores in Indiana. It's to be assumed authorities were worried about this candy falling into the hands of children. Number 4. Haribo Sugar-Free Gummy Bears. While we all love gummy bears, there's no doubt about the harm they cause. In early 2014, the world learned about it. And that's when the internet caught on to the Amazon reviews for Haribo's sugar-free gummy bears, which revealed the considerable colon damage that a serving size of these treats could cause. The culprit behind the gummy bears' bodily onslaught is the sugar substitute Lycosin. Listed as the first ingredient in the candy, Lycosin is a hydrogenated syrup that's been clinically studied and is considered safe to eat. But Lycosin consists mainly of maltitol, a well-known sugar alcohol that's almost as sweet as sugar. The problem with maltitol is it's not fully digestible and ferments in the gut. If eaten in excess, side effects can include increased flatulence, loose stool, and diarrhea. Due to media attention and the very poor consumer reviews, Haribo has since discontinued this particularly dangerous bear. Number 3. Kinder Surprise Eggs. Anyone who's lucky enough to receive Kinder Eggs knows the joy that comes with them. Kinder Eggs are a chocolate treat widely available through Europe, Mexico, and Canada, with the company that makes them, Ferrero, selling a whopping 1.5 billion of the eggs per year. Where they don't sell any is the United States, where the eggs are indeed illegal. That's, again, because of the rule signed by President Roosevelt in 1938 that banned the combination of edible-like chocolate with non-edible components. Even though the pieces of the toy and instructions for how to put it together were contained in a tightly sealed container, they still presented the possibility of choking hazards. Roosevelt really did nothing for the kids, did he? These eggs are available in the black market, but smuggling them in is highly risky, so don't get any wrong ideas. Number 2. Moam candy. Usually candies are banned because of something that's wrong from the inside. However, for Moam, a fruit-flavored candy, the packaging was the main culprit. And what a culprit it was. In 2009, the images of fruit found on the packaging of Moam candy caused quite a stir in England. Simon Simpkins, a British father of 2, was especially offended as he felt that the fruit's poses left them compromised. Mr. Simpkins continued, "The lemon and lime are locked in what appears to be a carnal encounter." At first, Haribo was reluctant to change its design. A spokesperson for the company explained that the jovial Moam man is very popular with fans both young and old. However, in 2015, Moam unveiled new packaging that swapped out the salacious fruit in favor of a chill, skateboarding lima bean. However, they did keep their relatively suggestive slogan as "full on till it's gone," whatever that's supposed to mean. Number 1. Smarties. Finally, we have the candy that could be snorted like drugs. Kids these days are wild. However, this ban is based on what school you go to. Some schools over the years caught students snorting crushed Smarties. Yep, you heard that right, snorting. Kids actually go to the back of their classrooms, crush up a couple of Smarties and sniff them up. It's pretty ridiculous, but in all seriousness, it has health risks like any other powder going up the nose, such as asthma attacks, long-term breathing problems, and nasal maggots. These candies are banned in schools in Oregon and Michigan. That's all for today. Have you ever tried any of these deliciously banned candies? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel for more amazing content, and we'll see you in the next one.